for King Motorsports today. They're being kind to let us use the lift today. We're going to be putting a Canton 4-sided trapdoor baffled oil pan into our CRX here. It's got a K-swap in it, and the stock pan is not cutting it for oil pressure and maintaining oil pressure. So we talked to the guys at Canton. They're hooking us up with an oil pan, and we're going to show you how to do it today. Alright, so we've got the car on the lift, and it's a pretty straight drop to come out. There's no subframe on here like the RSXs or 06 and up SIs, so pretty much just drain the oil out, take all the bolts out, and the pan will come off. Alright, so we got the oil pan off, and already scraped the Honda bond off, and you can see we got the June bolt-in baffle plate to use with the stock steel pan, and that's got to come off too before we put the new one on. So just got to take these off, and we're pretty much done here. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys the different oil pans that people usually run on the K motors. This is a stock casted K20A2 oil pan. Pretty much nothing in there to prevent oil from sloshing around at all. A little bit of webbing on the sides, but that's probably more structural integrity than it is doing anything with helping the oil from sloshing around. And then this is going to be the steel K24 oil pan, and this is even worse. There's absolutely nothing in there to keep the oil from moving around on you. And what people usually do is they'll along with the factory windage tray, they'll bolt in this June reproduction baffle that bolts in. This is supposed to sit in the oil pan and help the oil stop getting moving around away from the pickup. But these pans really don't have any protection if you go around corners hard to track the car. So ultimately, I had to go with the Canton pan, which is here, and I had to do a little bit of modifications to the top baffle plate, but. This is going to work a lot better. It's got the 4-sided trapdoor system in there, so the oil gets against the wall and it can't get away from the pickup. And then you've got the turbo return line, you got the drain plug, and then you got a temp sensor plug, which I got the adapter at Ace Hardware for like $4 or $5. Yeah, it's a much better piece, and it's definitely what I need to run in my CRX. Alright, so we got the old gasket scraped off, the windage tray is off, and we are ready to install the pan. A little bit of modifications needed to the oil pump housing, but it's a risk you got to take when you got to put a nicer pan on the car sometimes. So let's throw it on. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. Got the new pan on. Didn't really have any problems with bolting on once I made clearance for everything, but it fits pretty good. Went straight on after I made all the modifications to it. Put your layer of Honda bond on and you're good to go. So put some oil in it and start the car up. We're all done here. Alright, so we're all done here, and the oil pan's on, no leaks, and it looks like it takes quite a bit more oil than the factory one. The steel one I think held like, I don't know, 5 quarts. This one I put 6 quarts in it, and I'm still low. So it probably is going to need somewhere in the range of 7 or 8 quarts, which is good because you want more oil anyway for a track car, which is what this car is for. But yeah. Pan went on. There was a couple of headaches with getting fitment, but other than that, only a handful of hours and good to go here. So it's not too bad of an install. Bandsaw will come in handy. Maybe a couple of power tools if you don't have a bandsaw. But other than that, it worked out pretty good. For as of right now, I'm happy with the product. And I'd also like to thank Scott and Tim from King Motorsports for letting me use the lift and their time and their tools. So